When the appointed time came, God commanded Noah, his wife, his sons, and their wives to enter the ark. The animals, guided by God, came to Noah and entered as well. God himself shut the door of the ark, sealing Noah and his family inside. For 40 days and 40 nights, rain fell upon the earth, and the fountains of the deep burst forth. The waters rose, covering even the highest mountains to a depth of 15 cubits, approximately 20 feet. All life outside the ark perished. Everything on the dry land in whose nostrils was the breath of life died. Genesis 7:22. The story of Noah is a profound tale of faith, obedience, judgment, and redemption found in Genesis 6-9. At the dawn of Noah's time, the earth was filled with wickedness and corruption. Humanity, having descended from Adam, had turned away from God. Genesis 6-5 describes the state of mankind. The Lord saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every intention of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. The earth was polluted with violence, and God's heart was grieved over the corruption of his creation. In response to this moral decay, God determined to cleanse the earth of its wickedness. I will blot out man whom I have created from the face of the land, man and animals and creeping things and birds of the heavens, for I am sorry that I have made them. Genesis 6-7. A righteous man. In the midst of widespread corruption, Noah stood apart. He is described as a righteous man, blameless among his contemporaries, and someone who walked with God. Genesis 6-9. God chose Noah to be the instrument of his plan for redemption and preservation, not because Noah was perfect, but because of his unwavering faith and obedience. God's instructions to Noah. God revealed his plan to Noah. He would send a flood to destroy all life on earth. However, he would preserve Noah, his family, and a remnant of creation. God commanded Noah to build an ark, giving him precise instructions. The ark was to be 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high, approximately 450 feet long, 75 feet wide, and 45 feet high. It would have 3 decks, a roof, and a door on the side. The ark would serve as a vessel of salvation for Noah, his family, and pairs of every kind of animal. God also instructed Noah to gather food for himself, his family, and the animals. Noah's obedience. Noah obeyed God's command without hesitation, demonstrating his unwavering faith. The Bible says Noah did this. He did all that God commanded him. Genesis 6:22. As Noah and his sons Shem, Ham, and Japheth constructed the ark, they likely faced ridicule and disbelief from the surrounding people. Despite this, Noah persisted, fulfilling his role as the preacher of righteousness. 2 Peter 2-5, warning others of the coming judgment. The gathering of animals. When the ark was complete, God instructed Noah to bring animals into the ark. 7 pairs of every kind of clean animal, 1 pair of every kind of unclean animal, 7 pairs of every kind of bird. These animals, both male and female, would preserve the biodiversity of the earth after the flood. When the appointed time came, God commanded Noah, his wife, his sons, and their wives to enter the ark. The animals, guided by God, came to Noah and entered as well. God himself shut the door of the ark, sealing Noah and his family inside. For 40 days and 40 nights, rain fell upon the earth, and the fountains of the deep burst forth. The waters rose, covering even the highest mountains to a depth of 15 cubits, approximately 20 feet. All life outside the ark perished. Everything on the dry land in whose nostrils was the breath of life died. Genesis 7:22. The flood waters prevailed on the earth for 150 days. The ark floated on the surface of the water, preserving its precious cargo. God remembered Noah and the creatures in the ark. He caused a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters began to recede. After 150 days, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. Gradually, the waters continued to decrease. Noah sent out a raven, which flew back and forth until the waters had dried. He then sent out a dove, which returned because it found no place to rest. After 7 days, he sent the dove again, and it returned with an olive leaf, signifying that the waters had receded. After another 7 days, he sent out the dove once more, and it did not return. When the earth was dry, God commanded Noah to leave the ark with his family and the animals. They stepped out into a cleansed world, a new beginning for humanity and the world. Noah built an altar to the Lord and offered burnt offerings of clean animals and birds in gratitude. The Lord was pleased with Noah's worship and made a covenant. Never again will I curse the ground because of man, even though every inclination of his heart is evil from childhood. And never again will I destroy all living creatures, as I have done. Genesis 8:21. As a sign of this covenant, God set a rainbow in the sky. I have set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be a sign of the covenant between me and the earth. Genesis 9:13. God blessed Noah and his family, commanding them to be fruitful, multiply, and fill the earth. He also gave them dominion over all living creatures and permitted them to eat meat, with the condition that they must not consume blood. God reiterated the sanctity of human life, instituting the principle of justice for murder. After the flood, Noah planted a vineyard and lived for 350 years. He witnessed the repopulation of the earth through his sons and their descendants. Despite a moment of personal failure involving drunkenness, Noah remained a key figure in God's plan for humanity. Noah's story is a testament to faith, obedience, and God's grace. It serves as both a warning of judgment and a promise of redemption, pointing ultimately to the greater salvation offered through Jesus Christ. What we can learn from Noah's story: 1. Obedience to God in uncertainty. Noah trusted God's instructions, even when the task seemed impossible or the outcome unclear. In modern life, this teaches us to have faith and follow what is right, even when it goes against popular opinion or seems challenging. 2. Preparation and diligence. Noah's dedication to building the ark over many years reminds us of the importance of preparation and hard work in our own lives. This translates to staying disciplined and ready to face challenges, whether in personal growth, career, or relationships. 3. Stewardship of creation. By preserving pairs of every animal, Noah demonstrated care for God's creation. Today, this inspires us to take responsibility for the environment and protect the planet for future generations. The Bible doesn't give many details about what happened inside the ark, leaving a lot to the imagination. Here's a mix of possible scenarios based on the story, human nature, and the challenges of such an extraordinary situation. 1. Daily animal care. Noah and his family likely had their hands full feeding, cleaning, and caring for the animals. Managing such a diverse group, predators and prey included, must have been an incredible test of organization and patience. 2. Maintaining peace. With animals of all kinds in close quarters, they may have faced challenges in keeping the environment calm. God's intervention, for example, keeping animals docile, likely played a role in preventing chaos. 3. Family challenges. Living in tight quarters for over a year may have tested the relationships within Noah's family. They likely had to work together to stay united and carry out daily tasks. 4. Spiritual growth and reflection. The ark could have been a place of deep prayer, worship, and reflection. Noah and his family may have spent time understanding God's plan and their role in rebuilding humanity. 5. Managing resources. Noah and his family likely had to ration food and water carefully, ensuring there was enough to last for over a year. Rotating supplies and dealing with waste would have been daily tasks. 6. Navigating uncertainty. The ark was sealed and they had no visibility of what was happening outside. This uncertainty could have led to moments of fear and doubt, but also strengthened their faith. 7. Weathering the storm. Hearing the rain and feeling the ark's sway during the flood would have been both awe-inspiring and terrifying. They had to trust God fully to keep them safe. 8. The weight of responsibility. Noah may have reflected on the responsibility God gave him to preserve life and rebuild the world. This would have been both humbling and overwhelming. 9. New beginnings. As the floodwaters receded, Noah and his family likely started planning for life after the ark. Discussions about rebuilding, farming, and starting anew may have brought hope. While these are guesses, it's clear the ark was not just a place of safety, but also a place of faith, hard work, and preparation for a new beginning. What do you think might have happened?